Hello guys, Omni here. We got another trailer to talk about today. This one more gaming related. We did cover the Pokemon Direct where they really expanded upon and showed off the world of Sword and Shield, introducing some of the new Pokemon, some of the new mechanics, how the Pokemon will spawn in the world, which is one of the things I was really hoping for out of this title. That was something they added in the Let's Go games that I really hoped they would carry over, and they did and delivered on that. Especially with a lot of the Pokemon that they've introduced now that are going to be in Sword and Shield, some of the new Pokemon in this generation that are some of my personal favorite animals are getting some love in this. The Raven Pokemon I am really hyped up and excited for. But we got a new trailer for it and showing off some new Pokemon. I've already seen a couple of them sneak onto Twitter. Trying to kind of avoid this stuff. I don't really see this stuff that often pop up on my Twitter feed, but I did see a couple of, I think there was like a whipped cream kind of Pokemon that showed up on my feed. I saw, people were talking about, come on guys, let's not go ahead and, having inappropriate thoughts about this Pokemon yet. It was really strange that is something that we have to worry about, not to knock anybody's interest, but anyway, into the topic of the video. Let's go ahead and check out the trailer. The new trailer for Pokemon Sword and Shield. I think it looks gorgeous though. That's it. That was the one. It looks so adorable. I want this. Yapper. An electric corgi. Roly-Coly. Just a lump of coal. Duraludon? It looks like a frozen Lugia. The gym challenge. Chairman Rose. Ooh, Olena. Orleana? Oh. Fighter? B or Bay? She looks, oh. I like that. I love that look. Alistair, ghost type trainer. I love this mix. Gigantamaxing changes size and appearance. Is that different than Dynamaxing? Okay, so do they only transform into these forms when they like are Dynamaxed? Dude, that I forgot its name already. The freaking Raven looks awesome. And she turns into a wedding cake. I'm excited for this. I know some people were dogging on it about the limited Pokedex, but Sun and Moon did the exact same thing. It's a new generation, there's new Pokemon, so they want you to have some time living with the Pokemon that are part of the game. Like with Sun and Moon, like it had a limited Pokedex. It didn't have the full national dex until a couple of months after its release, though. I know there's been some things talking about they don't plan on adding the national dex to this, which I think that would be strange for that not to be a future includement or update or addition to the game after launch. That doesn't make any sense to me. But I would understand if there's a time release on it. If it's something that they're going to release down the road, because that gives you plenty of time to try out and get to know all these new Pokemon, create a new team, have some new dynamics, try some new things. That's one of the reasons I really got on board with Sun and Moon and really kind of refreshed my journey through that game, because I found myself through a lot of the older games up to this point just kind of building the same team every time, and it got to the point where I was burnt out on a lot of the games, and a lot of them I would play for a little bit and then I wouldn't even continue. I don't think I've actually, until Sun and Moon, I don't think I had actually finished a Pokemon game since Silver and Gold, excluding Fire Red and Leaf Green. Excluding those, I don't think I had finished a Pokemon game, like at least to the story completion, at least since then. But Sun and Moon, like I drove in, I dug the aesthetic of the world, I dug the culture of the world, all the different ways they approached the philosophy of Pokemon and Pokemon battles. I thought all of that was interesting. Seeing a different view of a world that kind of was different than what we've seen in a lot of the other Pokemon games. I really enjoyed that. I really am curious to see how they build this world centered around this legacy, this mythology and culture of England, the UK, those general areas, the Scottish heritage that comes into a lot of these things. And I'm really curious to see how all that pans out and how that translates into these games and the Pokemon and the types of Pokemon we're going to see because of how they tie into the region itself. And I really want to get to know a lot of the new Pokemon, kind of avoiding some of the old Pokemon, not to be completely on one side or the other. Like, I understand both sides of the point, but I get what they're doing. I don't, like I said, I don't agree that if they should like not at all include the national dex in this. I think at some point down the road, with that new system that they've put into place to carry over your Pokemon that's kind of taking place of the Pokemon Bank, that, like, why wouldn't you eventually add it? The way they said they were reworking a lot of the models, they got to rework a lot of the animations from what they've done with them in the previous game, and building a Pokemon and incorporating into this game it takes a lot of work from what I've seen and what they've talked about, at least for their reasoning as to why the national dex won't be available, is that they have to rework and remodel and reanimate so much stuff about the Pokemon, about the way they behave, specifically in this, where there's a lot more depth to the way the Pokemon actually interact with the trainer and the battles, on top of how they interact when they're Dynamaxed or Gigantamaxed or whatever they're calling this thing. I don't know if it's two separate things or if doing a Dynamax with a specific Pokemon causes a Gigantamax or whatever. It hasn't been too clear yet. I like the new gym leaders. I think they all have like a great look and style to them. They really stand apart from... Actually, they've been doing a really good job at creating a lot of dynamic, new, interesting characters, especially since Sun and Moon. So yeah, I'm still looking forward to this game. I've heard from the people that had a little bit of the hands-on with it that the open world with the Pokemon spawning in it, there was a lot of weird pop-in problems, a lot of frame rate issues. The game's still a little ways away. I hope a lot of that gets ironed out, and this isn't just like one of those games that's released to get it out there, and then they're just like, oh, well, we actually built this for the Switch 2, or whatever that new model of Switch that they've been working on in the background is. I hope that's not the case. I hope by the time this launches November this year, that it runs smooth on the current Switch. I don't want to have to buy a new Switch just to play this game optimally. That's all I'm saying. Aside from that, I'm really looking forward to it. So I want to know what you guys think. What do you think about this trailer? What do you think about how people's reactions in general to it? What's your reaction to it? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you want to support this video or this channel, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And if you didn't like it, let me know in the comments what you didn't like. Let me know what you didn't like about the trailer. What do you not like about what Pokemon Company is doing currently? Let's carry on the conversation after the video down in the comments. And that is it for right now, guys. I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.